Good morning, folks. This is Ron from Arizona Hog Hunters, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of hunting and tracking and scouting at the same time. Where we're at today is a situation, a location where we've had a lot of pig activity in the past. Behind me you see some old corrals. They typically have cow licks, salt licks out here, and usually there's a water tank, but it's empty. But there's a stream right over here that I'm sure takes care of the water needs for the cattle that hang out in this area. The pigs like this area. When it rains a lot and in the spring, which we haven't had here, we're in the middle of a drought, we get the wild onions, etc., that the pigs go crazy over. And a lot of times, like I said, when it's wet, we've had a lot of rain in the spring, well, we typically have a lot of rooting activity. We don't have that because there's no wild onions coming up. But we're gonna cruise through here. I'm gonna not talk too much, and I'm gonna try to keep my voice down as much as possible. And yeah, we're gonna move along through here. You'll get to see some of the area that we're hunting in. There has been, it looks like, some tracks of pigs. There's a lot of cattle that you'll see, a lot of cattle track, excuse me, and it kind of messes up being able to read the tracks very well. Everything's so dry and sandy, so it's a little bit tough to make out the tracks, but they're in there. And so I'm going to take you on a little tour while we look for more track and hopefully jump some pig in here somewhere. But anyway, that's where we are today, and hope you stick with us. Enjoy the show. Definitely a lot of track in here, and it's hard to read, mainly because of the cows. They got cow tracks and cow patties everywhere you look. And it's a typical area for pigs to be hanging out in. They like to bed up in this stuff. In brushy country like this, you want to make sure your weapon selection is appropriate for jump shooting, quick reaction shooting. Today I'm using a 300 blackout with a red dot, as you can see. It's quick to get on things, on target. And one of the things I like to do when I'm going through brush like this is use a grunt tube. And what that does is it looks just like this, and it mimics the sound of hog. No, cow. Alright. Yeah. Now, pigs and cattle get along together. A lot of times you'll see them hanging out with them. They typically act as alarm systems for each other, and they don't seem to mind having each other around. Okay, I'm gonna start. pig sound the pig tube does is if pigs hear something, which they have great hearing, it makes them, and they hear the grunts from the tube, they think it's another pig and they don't panic. And sometimes you got to be careful because you'll have a boar might think you're a female. They could come running in thinking they're gonna get friendly, and bottom line is you want to be ready for just about anything. I'm seeing some places where there's been a little bit of rooting activity, but there's not much here because it's so dry. The other thing you got to be aware of when you're blowing on your grunt tube, if you're in an area with a lot of predators, i.e. mountain lion, which this particular unit is loaded with them, you might want to be aware that something's coming in to get an easy meal. Well, nothing's easy with a boar, but I mean a lion, they've been known to take down 200-pound sows. The boars they don't mess with too much. The boars that are above 150 pounds or so. Okay, we got another cow over here, so he's sitting there watching us. Sometimes you got to watch these steers. They get a little rangy. Used to dealing with a lot of predators up in these mountains, and they would like sometimes to see if they can chase you around the parking lot a little bit. So you always keep your eyes open. You don't want to blow too hard on your tube when you're just cruising around. You can use it to make it sound like a pig that's wounded or in distress, but this is not the time and place for that kind of sounding. There's Mr. Bovine himself sounding off. Okay, if you look out there where these cows are running, you can see the stream. It's a small spring-fed stream with year-round running water. And mama with her baby. There's lots of little calves out right now this time of year. That typically also brings in a lot of predators. One of the other things that you'll learn is it draws the pigs as well as coyotes and other predators, is that when the heifers birth, the afterbirth is pure protein, and they'll go after that quicker than they will a live animal because they don't have to work for it. Okay, we definitely got what kind of looks like some pig track down in here, but cows have been walking over it. So they're in here, or have been. Okay, folks, I'm just, here's that stream I was telling about. It's spring fed, runs year round. Not much of a stream, but it's there all the time, and the animals know it. This is the canyon it runs down. Pretty scenic. If you don't, I mean, this is really beautiful. This whole area, this canyon is something special, and the pigs love it. Deer, coyote, mountain lion, javelina. We've seen lots and lots of sign. And it just, yeah, it's a long canyon, quite scenic. And so on that note, instead of putting the camera on my ugly mug, I'll have you all say goodbye with this fantastic view, and we'll see you on the next one. And hope you enjoyed this little gathering, little escapade we took in here. And please remember, if you know, to help us out, hit that like button, subscribe, share it, let other people enjoy this scenery, the scenic that Arizona is known for, but this is definitely one of the more scenic areas. So sayonara, folks, until next time.